let's all get our cappuccinos and coffee and hot chocolate. I'm ready. Okay, you ready, Bobby J? I think I said I'm ready. Don't get upset. Nobody is choking you. Well, thank goodness for that. HT, you ready? Yeah, let me get comfortable in my chair. I need to position myself. Yeah, me too, man. Grandpa? Oh, he's taking a nap. Welcome to Pirate Radio Broadcast. I'm Fast Talking Eddie Mr. Pete bringing you Madden 26. How's everybody? I had a great weekend. Oh my gosh, that was a couple of days ago.
To the game.
Today's Wednesday. Oh, okay, never mind. Oh, wow. Alright, we're continuing with week. What? He's at it again. It's getting crazy, man. I hope he doesn't have his head splitting around like the Exorcist girl. Let's just get on with the. Get on with the first game. Okay, what's on the schedules? Schedule. There's no S. Why are you bumming me out? The Texans and the Vikings. Texans and the Vikings. I think that's what I said. Okay. Alright, what can we expect from this game? I think it's going to be exciting, and I think the defense is going to, crank it up. I don't see the offense scoring that much. Are you sure about that? That's what I'm getting the feel, the vibe, the mood of the nation. The mood of the nation. Of the nation. The mood. What was that supposed to mean? I mean, it's like you're getting a hard on? No, we're not. This is a family hour. Used to be until we went on the air. Alright, they got some free agents, so we gotta investigate that. They picked up a free agent, stealth alien Ahmed Achy Breaky Heart. So he's gonna be with the Vikings. They picked up a Raquan Davis. Ahmed is U.S. Air Force. This guy's from Alabama. So far, the Colts want to trade for him. So the Colts want to pick him up. So that's interesting. Yes, it is. They picked up a stealth alien defensive tackle, U.S. Air Force. Stealth alien Edgar. Okay, let's get on to the health of the players. And for the upgrades, the award goes to Redman, a defensive tackle. Congratulations, number 61. And for the Texans, upgrade some players. Watson and Mills. Congratulations. I gotta pick up some free agents. Alright, the Texans have picked up a free agent, a squid. Pay me my money. If you remember, years and years ago, if you've seen any of our uploads to YouTube and some of the other channels, there were legends. There's Roger Staubach, Joe Montana, Tony Dorsett, and so many others. Well, it turned out to be stadium workers, like this guy, who pretended to be legends, and they went in and played in the games that we recorded and played and uploaded. So Pay Me My Money is one of those former stadium workers. Well, now he's officially a quarterback. U.S. Navy. Pay me my money. Alright, so that's one player, and they got a... Let's see, who else? On defense, Shaq Lawson. On defense, he's from Clemson, and it seems like the Buffalo Bills want to trade for him. So he might be going to the Buffalo Bills. And then there is a kicker. Riley Patterson is a kicker, special teams, and the Miami Dolphins want to pick him up. So they're going to trade for Riley Patterson. If able to. We'll see. Alright, let's get on with the game. Texans and the Vikings.
To an entertaining preseason contest between the Houston Texans and the Minnesota Vikings. So we're going to need our first snap to see the first action of this game. So here come the Vikings, taking the field for their first drive of the game. And leading them in his pseudo-rookie season after that injury cost him last year, the 10th overall pick in our 2024 draft, J.J. McCarthy.
All J.J. has ever done in his career, no matter where he's been, is win. And there is something to that. I know at times it's hard to measure how much of it was him, how much of it the people around him. Most importantly, just ask his teammates over the years. They love playing with him. That is a characteristic that's there. Nothing they talk about enough, Jake. Do you guys in the huddle play on the tackle? Do they believe in you? Everywhere JJ has been, he's led that huddle, and success has followed.
And it's not just some quarterbacks, Brock Hewitt, who got to have short memories. You tell me these two defenses need them sometime as well.
Yeah, 100%. You give up a big run, well, too bad. No time to dwell on it, because you got to line up, buckle up that chin strap, and try to knock them backwards.
On the shotgun, McCarthy finds him over the middle. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain.
A gain of 5 brings up 3rd and 6.
6 yards to go here. It's third down. Third and long. They're going to throw. As the line's going to run for it. And he's tackled. Clear for the game.
It's one of those situations, not much to be had here, no matter what he did with the ball. Even if he scraped a positive gain out of it, it's still a win and a confidence builder for this defense.
Now we'll see Ryan Wright come on for the Vikings to punt this away on 4. Begins his return at the 16. And hey, we see a little football. They will get nothing on that return. And here come the Texans for their opening drive. And we'll get a look at a man who's been around the block quite a few times now in the NFL.
Simply put, there's not a throw on the field he's not capable of making. His arm can reach every blade of grass.
Alright, this is pay me my money. As I said, started out years ago as a stadium worker, pretended to be a legend. And somewhere up there on YouTube, on our channels, we have those games. Pay me my money.
As a defender is an absolute pain to have to worry about down in and down out. And as an offense, it energizes you for the possibility of a big play at any time.
Texans to the line. First and 10. They'll throw to begin this drive. He's going to get aimed in there and knocked out one away. So second down now after the incompletion.
You know, it's one thing to tell a quarterback not to telegraph a pass. It's quite another to fundamentally do the right things. You got to use your eyes to move defenders in this league, especially on your primary target.
After the incompletion, they come up on second and 10. Running for the first time with Joe Mixon. And whatever they were trying to do there is not going to work. Defenders all over it, so they take him down for a loss.
Kid, I'll never forget walking into the Hall of Famer Dwight Freeney's meeting room with those defensive linemen. The late, great John Tierlink, his coach, he had a little sign up in his office, and it was sacks, and that money sign was the S, because ends and D linemen make their money with sacks. But you win games when they stop the run like that for a tackle for loss.
Here he goes, third and long. And there's a man there, it's intercepted! Dixon! And that's going to be a touchdown! It's on the board for now! But will it stand? We got to see what this flag is all about. So the flag is declined, and now Brock, they got to figure out what they want to do on 4th and goal. Now it's Will Reichert on for the extra point. And going after splits the outlet. And the Vikings will jump up to a 7-0 lead.
Texans nothing.
A quick chance at redemption after that pick 6 as it's sent away. Here's Tremont Smith for the return. He's brought down just inside the 25. This Texans offense ready to break second drive of the contest. And despite the fate of their last snap block, the lead still there as that pick 6 should have been the wake-up call they need to refocus here. All right, the Houston offense looks set, Brock. Here's first and 10. Back to work they go after the interception. On takedown. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down. That is exactly what they needed, Brock. The throw that gets him stabilized after a disastrous miscue early.
You know, I love when coordinators show that
second down. And this will only complicate things, but third down, partner, they're set backwards. Man, some of these middle backers are so impressive these days. No problems at all for him to range downhill and cut that play down behind the line.
Kind of the calling card of the position played today. They're not as big as they once were, but boy, can they run. As you said, whether it's downhill or sideline to sideline like that.
Straight down. 8 yards on the gain, and the drive continues forward.
And the Texans first down. An 8-yard pickup. And the
It's like I always say, right back to work for him. Getting the drive moving like that turnover never happened.
They weren't going to shy away from letting him do his thing throwing the football. Mistakes happen in this league and in this game, and you never want to punish a quarterback for making a mistake. You want to see him continue to produce. Well, it doesn't net a first down. You get yards like that in the run game, you take it in the NFL.
Nice run last play. Sets up 2nd and 2. Keeping it with Mixon. No gain, so that means third down.
John Wall, so many tackles in this league is eating space. Don't get moved off your spot. But the difference makers, they just not only eat the space, they eat those runners too.
Short yardage situation here. It's 3rd and 2. Here he is on 3rd and short. That's another quick hitter. And his short gain gets them a new set of downs. And we've got a stoppage here, and it's something you never want to see, especially in the preseason. One of their star players banged up with an injury after that play. Let's see how they attack this first down, partner, from the 45. They'll go play action. Center, his man just couldn't adjust to it. Not getting it to Nico Collins. And it's going to be 2nd down.
That play right there, Kate, that just goes to show you, you can't take any completion for granted. Even some of the shortest passes in the game plan.
Now the first carry for Nick Chubb. Close to that line of gain. Snap over to the 46. 3rd down.
So much to talk about that game, particularly when he's able to get out. Defense, I think feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that first down marker.
On 3rd down, they'll go with Chubb. Offensive lead rolls out. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
It's a gain of 8. That's another Texans first down. An 8-yard pickup.
Kate, I know you can see that smile on my face as we stand next to each other. Sure, I love that run. But I'm thinking about some great running backs with that Corey Dillon, who created a lot of negative grades on my play sheet because I didn't want to carry out no fake. I wanted to watch the damage he could do like we just saw.
Knocks it free, incomplete. Nico Collins, the intended target. And that'll bring up 2nd down. Chubb running out of the gun. Unable to get away from that tackle. Good on defense. What the gain on 2nd down.
And that's one to two seconds. Not cheap. You see it's like you're out of the gun later on. Maybe because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
3rd and long for him here. Pass broken. He runs this to the 25 before being brought down. That's an 11-yard pickup, and it gives them the first down.
And the Texans first down. 1st and 10 at the 25-yard line.
I'm not sure how this defense let that guy slip through him like that. On 3rd down, nonetheless, he took that snap as an opportunity. Man, did he make an impact play.
Now an inside kick to Johnson. And they want to see him fly forward, but he only gets a 3.
You know, that may look like a whole lot of nothing burger on the stat sheet. Those are the kind of plays, an inside run that you see creative play action come off of later in the game.
Last run got him 3. Here's 2nd and 7.
a gain. A lot of times it's for short yardage. Sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
We've got 3 tight ends on this first and goal, thinking run or play action. On the red zone now. And this is going to be a Houston touchdown. The Texans make it a 1-point game. Nico Collins with the touchdown.
Texans.
Slant route, as it does so many times every game we call, Brock. Paying dividends. Made that touchdown look a lot easier than it was.
An uncontested release that close to the end zone spells disaster for a defense every time, Kate. You got to have a whole lot more physicality at the point of attack because a QB is always going to be looking for that short little slant near the goal line.
Here's Kaimi Fairbairn on for the extra point. Right down the middle, let's go. And the Texans tie this game 7-7.
Kaimi Fairbairn, the kickoff for Houston.
Now after tying this game up, they're all set to send her away. Return coming from the 6. And that's going to set them up just beyond their own 20. Now for the second time this game, we get a look at this Vikings offense. They didn't start the game off like they wanted, Brock. Still searching for that opening first down as they take the field a second time. Vikings to the line now. Here's 1st and 10. Play action, McCarthy. It's a man of Justin Jefferson. This is going to be out of bounds. Defense catches up to him near that 45. 22 out of that play. And that means a fresh set of downs for Minnesota.
These QBs make it look easy, but that requires such a large amount of body control when you throw it on the move. You got to be able to get the same accuracy you would if your feet are set. Sure takes a lot of repetition to make it look easy.
1st and 10. Here's Jones. They send it out of bounds. Robinson was coming after that. It's going to be second down.
Even though that run did not net them a first down, I can promise you this, kid. I promise you. I know how it works. They're going to circle that one. They're going to remember that one. And when they need some key yards on the ground, they'll come back to that call later.
Well, after a quality effort on the last play, just really need to fall forward here to pick up that first down. McCarthy throwing here. Completed over the middle. He's tackled for the first down yardage.
The pitch and catch won't show up as a big play on the stat sheet. It gives his own defense a little time to rest. It gives an offensive coordinator new set of downs to work with.
First down from the 42. Here's McCarthy to throw. This time they're going to get to him before he can get that pass away as he goes down. Now it looks like somebody is shaken up after that play. You never like seeing injuries, especially in the preseason. We'll get the training staff out to work on it. After the sack, let's see what the offense does here. 2nd and 18 coming up. Operating from the gun, it's McCarthy. He takes it. Get this movement field and start pushing into Texans territory.
They always say that QB cloud. You know what it's more like? It's more like an award. Especially in a situation like that. It's a good thing you woke up to it. Able to make something out of nothing and at least keep them moving forward.
Defense gunning for a stop here. It's third down. On the shotgun, McCarthy. It's incomplete. He's going to hang on for the contact. He's going to have to wait a little longer for his first catch of the game. So that brings up 4th and long. Well, they connected on 3 straight before that throw, Brock. Might not be perfect anymore on this drive, but they are still moving it well.
I don't expect that one to interrupt his progress very long. They're still on a mission this series, and he's the one driving it.
Ryan Wright on the punt. And he'll try to get this one well. Ball's in this punt at the 8. He gets his offensive position here. Close to the 30. Houston's offense back out now, ready to go. Trying to emphasize what worked on their last drive, which ended, Brock, in a touchdown. Starting out trips right here. 1st and 10. Airing it out to start this drive. As a man, Dalton Schultz. He gets this one up to the 40-yard line. 13 on that play. And it'll be 1st down, Houston.
I know the Combine tries to test everything it possibly can physically, but I don't know how you test courage at the Combine, because there's nobody defending you. Nobody wants to hit you. That was the epitome of courage to make that impact.
They're bringing him down just after he crosses the 50. They'll move the chains after that pickup of 12.
Another Texans 1st down. 1st and 10.
Offense there came in heavy with that 13 personnel. 1 back, 3 tight ends, and those 3 outer blockers. Just the element they needed to spring that run.
Now pressure coming. That's going to be incomplete. Defender there who brings up 2nd down.
Incomplete. Coverage by Byron Murphy.
There's a counter give to Joe. And he's going to be driven out of bounds. The gain gets this down inside the 35.
It's a gain of 14
It'll be 14 yards and a new set of downs. Set up here, 1st and 10 from the 34.
1st and 10 at the 34-yard line.
Now movement as somebody goes early. And for the first time today, we're going to hear from our officials. So tough to stay set when you've got defenders doing everything they can to make you jump. And well, they got one of them to move that time. They're set back 5 by that false starts. Now 15 yards to the marker. Pass play now. Right side, just has it. He gets down to the 24 before he stopped. The end result there, 15 yards and 1st.
And the Texans 1st down. A gain of 15. 1st down, Houston.
You want to become a quarterback's best friend, do that. Turn a short little gain, a short little pass into some yards after catch, and that quarterback will find you again.
To the air now on 1st and 10. He gets this over to Walker. And he's short of the 1st after a lot of gain. Offensive line, this is 2nd and 4.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the Vikings 18-yard line.
They give you inside the jump. That's one into the secondary. And he's brought down after a great gain. That's going to set up 1st and goal.
A gain of 17
Right
yards.
there, that will make the coaches happy. He didn't just get the 1st down, got a healthy chunk of bonus yards
1st and
afterwards.
goal, Houston.
Unconventional strategy here, to say the least. And they'll try for a field goal. Angling this one in from the right hash, the challenge here. Up and count from Fairbairn. And that's going to break outside and give them a 3-point advantage.
Vikings 7.
Oh boy, that's just a little bit too close for comfort. All depends on the rotation of the ball at that point. Whether it's going to bank in, come right back at you. That's how you
Fairbairn
it worked out.
kickoff for Houston.
Fairbairn has it all set up for the kickoff. this will end up as a touchback.
The Vikings take over.
The Vikings offense back to the field now. And I'm hoping they can keep the puncher off the field this time around, Brock, after he's been called upon each of their first 2 possessions. So good field position to start with for the Vikings. It's 1st and 10. Starting the drive with a give to Jones. He'll be stopped in for just about a yard. 2nd and 9 coming up.
I don't think that's the amount that they were looking for there, Kate. You're going to lead to some shuffling around here in the play game. I'm going to aggressive call on 2nd.
Last run, not a lot of help, Brock. 9 to go now on 2nd down. Trying to throw this from the gun. Running left side by Jefferson. And he's tackled after gaining a handful.
To Justin Jefferson. That's a gain of 6. Brings up 3rd and 3.
All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3. Back to throw. Here's McCarthy. It's caught. This is Edison. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
5-yard gain on the play. And the Vikings, 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Here's 1st and 10 from the 47. So that connection for a first will bring us to the end of the first. It's an early advantage for the Texans. More from US Bank Stadium after the break.
Alright, let's take a look at the changing of the guards, the quarterbacks. CJ Stroud will be coming in, and they still got, you'll probably see by the 4th quarter, Davis Mills and Graham Mertz will be going in there in the 4th quarter. The 3rd or 4th quarter. For the Vikings, Sam Howell, and you also got Max Brosmer and Brett Ripien. So, remember all that, can you? There'll be a test afterwards. Don't expect me to take the test. Just joking, Bobby J. Don't have to explain to him. He'll forget in 2 minutes. Alright, CJ Stroud will be going in. What do you all think about Pay Me My Money? He did pretty good. I was surprised. I thought, since he's one of those replacements, the legends, fakers, well, he did pretty good. Started out with the Commanders back in the day, a couple of Maddens ago. Alright, let's get back to the game. 10-7 Texans.
We're ready now for the 2nd quarter to begin. Vikings in control of it. They're looking at 1st down here. Play action here with Howell. It's complete. The stop just under his one down to the 27-yard line. That's going to pick up the 1st down after a gain of 26.
1st and 10 at the 27-yard line.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
So a new set of downs. Here we go. 1st and 10. Give to Mason. The teammates combining there for the stop at first 1 yard.
Sometimes you just feel like in the background of every whole home run is a bigger play. Just needed one more component. Hit that extra block a little longer. Find the leg quicker. The defender may be a half step late. And this could have been much, much more exciting.
Last run only gained a yard. That means it's 2nd and 9. Now Howell off the play action. The sack forces a now tougher 3rd down.
We call play action. Would have been better to actually give it to him on a carry right there, Kate. The front was fooled for about a split second, if that. And that play call ended up working in their favor as it leads to a sack.
Texans going with 6 DBs for this 3rd down. They're in dime. Here he goes, 3rd and long. A couple of really good plays, Brock. Made back-to-back behind the line to bring up 4th down.
Yeah, this defense is seeing a vulnerable offense right now. An offense that can't protect itself. First and foremost, before you do anything else, you got to make sure you account for everybody. And right now, this defender, well, he's taking this game over.
So the Vikings will try a field goal on 4th down. Will Reichert headed out. A 54-yarder from the right hash. And this kick is good. He needed to get off it there, and he did. And we're all tied up now in the first half.
A lot of them made...
What the hell was that? That was a successful field goal. Not that. What the hell's going on over here? What do you mean? Oh, what's going on with this guy? Nothing. He's just blocking. Blocking whom? Somebody's in front of him. Number 37. Remember that number. Call a psychiatrist. Damn, what's going on with this guy? Maybe he thought there was somebody there. Call a psychiatrist, because this guy's flipping out. Well, he's taking his game seriously. He's showing the coach he's intense. Well, show the coach that there's somebody there. Gee, wow, man. Everybody's going crazy around here. There's something in the water. Something in the air.
It look automatic. If you get this deep, then those field goals are far from a certainty. It took all his concentration, every bit of his strength, to send that puppy through.
Will Reichert.
So we've got a timeout game now as they send this away. Set to return, this is Braxton Berrios. Escapes the defender. He's stopped on the run back of the 27. The Texans, with their offense back out there, as Nick Chubb returns to the field. And the last drive did end in points. Not as many as they wanted, though. They had to settle for that field goal despite advancing the football pretty well. Offense showing trips out right as they get set for this 1st and 10. Stroud off of play action. He gets it downfield. Target to Watson. He's going to get this one into enemy territory to the 47. That's going to pick up the 1st down after a gain of 26.
Part of the reason I leave you pregame, get down to that field and watch these guys throw and catch is I want to see their timing. I want to see their anticipation. That is picture perfect right there. A crossing route thrown that quickly tells me these two are on the same page.
Stroud throwing here on 1st. Higgins down the field, and he has it. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. The Texans just need 2 snaps to steal the lead. So sensational work by the skill man there, Brock. Anytime you can make your quarterback look that good, you know he appreciates it.
That's a quarterback's best friend, no question. But on the other side, gosh, defensively, You got to get that skill player down. Period. End of story. You can't give up that much yards after catch.
Fairbairn now for the PAT. Extra point set right down the middle. And the Texans break that tie and now lead by 7.
Vikings 10. Fairbairn to kick off for Houston.
Fairbairn has it all set up for the kickoff. And he's going to field this one in the end zone without a return. So that's going to bring us out to the 35-yard line. The Vikings now set to take the field. They'll look to knot up this game right now as they trail 17-10. So good field position to start with for the Vikings. It's 1st and 10. Mason trying left side. And he's going to be driven out by a defender. Checks before he can get it up to midfield. 12 yards on that play and a good call nets up the first.
Well, more often than not, it's the passing game that's asked to go from first down to first down in just one play. Get that big play potential on the ground. Jeez, it just infuses your offense with confidence.
Here's 1st and 10 from the 47. At the shotgun, Howell. Let's take it in. Can we get up in the air? He's taken down to that 43-yard line. They come through with a nice gain of 10 and a first down.
It sure seems like he knew exactly where he was going to be with that before the snap. That's a pre-snap decision that led to a post-snap first down.
First and 10 from the 43. Now he'll throw off the play fake. Excellent protection so far. This one doesn't get much. Down to the 31. That was Darren Taylor to make the stop.
Positive that effort. He didn't go backwards. He didn't have a negative play. If there was a negative, you didn't get a whole lot done with your legs. Got to be more efficient now on 2nd down.
2nd down now, 7 to go. Out of the shotgun. He's has some space inside the 35. He'll get this down to the 33-yard line. Give him 8 on that one. And the Vikings are going to have a first down.
33-yard line.
Good luck defending that short yardage slant. Just not going to happen. There's a reason. This is a go-to play for just about any quarterback in every situation.
First down now, ball at the 33. Straight ahead, here's Mason. No gain on that first down run.
So close to a big loss of yards for those guys up front. 1 second sooner, they got a tackle behind the line, but a stop to celebrate nonetheless.
First down run netted him nothing. Here is 2nd and 10. Howell from the gun. That's another quick hitter. He pushes this down to the 22-yard line. We've got a stoppage here. There's a player out there in some pretty obvious discomfort being worked on. All hopes, of course, that it's nothing serious, especially here in the preseason. To the line and set. Here we go, first down.
Here we go. Go.
Shotgun handoff down to Chandler. In the red zone. Minnesota touchdown. The Vikings get tied up in a second and come into the lead.
You know what that guy does for everybody. The play call, the real lineman for the offense, it just gives you confidence that you can call that run again. Do not expect a little jump.
extra point.
The point after splits the other right. And the Vikings make it 17 all.
Ties the game at 17.
Now after tying this game up, they're all set to send her away. Barrios now to return it. And he's brought down just beyond that 25-yard line. The Texans offense and Jaden Higgins headed back out now. And in a high-scoring game to this point, everyone anticipating, well, even more points as they take the field. Texans to the line, 1st and 10. On play action, here's Stroud. It's too far close, and it's going to be caught.
Exactly what he's thinking. Hopefully next time it's a little bit easier. The degree of difficulty on that one high, throwing in double coverage, odds are against you.
We'll try something else from the 27 this time, 2nd and 10.
Here we go.
Chubb gets this from the pistol. Excellent play defensively. He's looking to him behind the line. It's going to bring up 3rd down. Since those tight ends work both ways, Brock, you know this. Get some more blockers up front. But it also clues the defense in to be ready for that run.
Yeah, you could put 7 blockers up there, even put 8, I don't know, 9, all the blockers in the world, but if they don't work in concert together to create a lane, it doesn't matter.
Vikings into the nickel for this 3rd down play. 3rd and long for him here. From left side of Watson. This is going to be out of bounds. Defense catches up to him there at 45. What a play on 3rd and 13, and this drive will indeed continue.
1st down. A gain of 19 yards.
To the air, Stroud. And they'll look to stop at the 46-yard line.
We saw his guys pick up the blitz. We felt the pick up anyway. People were looking at him. Was there ever, on his behalf, I think this QB felt equal to the group up front to find somebody to get a completion.
He's notched this across midfield and down in enemy territory. They worked on the play. They can just do that again. 3rd and 2 coming up. Currently now on 3rd and 2. Plays beyond the bunker. He's brought down at the pushing to that 35-yard line.
It's a
Big
gain
gain,
of
14 on the play. And it'll be a 1st down Texans.
1st down.
Nice to see that connection, that chemistry working between the two of them.
And set to go now from the 35. He tossed it to Chubb. He gets this one down inside the 30. That's a gain of 5.
That's a run that you'll take the result of the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid game, but it's also a run that you know, and you may come back to, because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, really good.
And he stops just before he reaches the red zone at the 21. Give him 9 on that play, and it's enough for the 1st.
Gotta move them chains. Build momentum. Keep that going. That's a loss.
On the line for another 1st and 10. Now it's Stroud. He's in over the middle. That tackle stops him after a solid gain.
There's no question, Kate. Big plays down the seam or big tight ends, a fan favorite. But it's those type of catches right there. The short yardage, gets good coverage, contested catches will really make tight ends a popular new favorite.
And that's incomplete, but he probably doesn't know too much to cause that. That comes out to this Kirby interference. It's as we expected, partner. The call pass interference, so put it at the spot and give him that 1st down. Defense, no doubt, still recovering from that interference call, Brock, but they've got to buckle down here. It's 1st and goal. Operating from the gun, it's Stroud. And he's got a touchdown! But there's a flag down. Might be defensive, though. I think this touchdown should stand. contact on the part of the defender, and the officials flag him for it.
Why did the Texans accept it? I don't know. They could have had a touchdown. Maybe they're just glutton for punishment. Delaying the inevitable. The what?
Breaking the huddle, here's first and goal. Timeout coming from the Texans, that's their first. And they'll have 2 left to work with here in the first half. Partner, I'm not sure I understand the strategy here. It looks like they're lining up for a field goal. It's a chip shot, this one straight ahead. Up and good from Fairbairn. And they take it back to lead.
Okay, one of the areas that kickers and quarterbacks are similar, they want to get into rhythm. And no better way to feel good, to get into that rhythm, and start a game 2 for 2. He's a kicker.
Fairbairn has it all set up for the kickoff. Doesn't like what he sees, so he got a touchback. They're going to begin this drive at the 35-yard line. The Vikings taking the field on offense. And I think they'd be content doing everything the same as their prior drive and getting another touchdown here. So good field position to start with for the Vikings. It's first and 10. Now try it left with Chandler. Able to see wide as he goes. Looks like they're going to have 3 out of it.
That was simply a stay on schedule kind of way. Nothing more, nothing less, just right on schedule. 4 yards on that first down run. Here's second and 6. Here's Hal. Completed over the middle. And he's going to be brought down at the 42. That's a modest little drag route, but if you ever just need a safe, short gain on the throw, that's a go-to route to target.
To the line. Here's third and 3. They're going to throw out of the gun. He's got Jones for the completion. He's tackled with the first down yardage.
It sure seemed like he knew exactly where he was going with that right off the snap.
First and 10 now from the 46. Takes the hands off, now to throw. And his perfect start is over. And that's the first one of his throws to wind up incomplete.
Boy, offenses that connect in this intermediate zone are so effective. Getting to completion in that area, it not just sparks your offense, but it just turns that aggressive meter way up. They just couldn't quite find the connection.
Second down, still 10 to go after that incomplete pass. Howell using his legs here. And we'll stop it as he gets this down to their 39-yard line. That play gains 15 and it moves the sticks.
And the Vikings first down.
And just in case this offense didn't have enough to contend with, now you got to worry about a quarterback that could do what he just did. Tote the ball himself for a big run.
So fresh set of downs now from the 39.
Let's go. Check up. Cowboy 80. Check up.
Now give it to Mason. Oh, he can get his 1 yard right into the defensive front.
It'll be this group's job watching the film to find all these plays. The ones that amount to really learn a little statistically and identify what was needed to just make them a little bigger, stretch them further. Afterthought plays now, they could be the big gains of next week.
Last run, not a lot of help, Brock. 9 to go now on second down. Throwing now, Howell. Complete out to the right side. This gets down to about the 36-yard line. C.J. Gardner-Johnson there on the tackle.
A gain of 2.
Quarterbacks will look for their tight end short in
7.
just about any situation. They take away the deeper options. Now there's their consistent source of positive yardage, the trusty tight end.
This 8-play drive might be on its last legs here, partner, as they try to figure out this 3rd and 7. Now throw, 3rd and long. They've got a screen to the running back. He's close, but they say he did not get there. It's going to be 4th and maybe a yard. Of course, a former NFL QB isn't afraid to go for it, right, partner? Kevin O'Connell leaving the offense out there. Going for it with Mason. And the defense escapes. A nice run going. The defense gets out of the field by forcing that turnover on downs.
You know, Kid, it's almost like the defense was in the offensive huddle before the play. They dialed up the perfect blitz to encircle and cut off that run, and the reward is they get off the field.
The Texans, their offense back out there as Nick Chubb returns to the field. They seem likely to carry the lead into the locker room, but some points here to end the half could make things even more comfortable.
Alright. I guess they feel comfortable. They put in Davis Mills, and then Graham Mertz will finish it all off. Well, the Vikings will still have Sam Howell, and there's also Max Brosmer and Brett Ripien in the waiting. Each thinking, put me in, coach. And the coach is, first, go get me my cappuccinos, go walk my little chihuahua, and then give a back massage to my woman. All 500 pounds. Whoa. Let's get back to the game. The 3rd quarter.
Well, if you love high-scoring games, no doubt you have been glued to your television so far. And no signs of slowing down as we begin our 2nd half. And in the end, he's able to get to about the 25-yard line before he's hauled down. So as we get set to begin the 3rd quarter, it's the Texans offense who's going to be out there first. They've certainly had no issues scoring, but their opponents have been right there with them, so they can really use some more points on this drive. All right, the Houston offense looks set, Brock. Here's 1st and 10. He's got it on the bootleg. Let's see his back, Nick Chubb. All we can do is get back to the line on that effort, so no gain on 1st down. No line here, 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
Mills looking to throw. Short pass, Bryant. It's going to be stopped right around the 37. It's a gain of 12 on that one. It'll be 1st down, Houston.
And the Texans, 1st down.
The play fake, he'll throw. It's on the end route. They get this down to 44 before he stopped. They get 19 on that pickup.
More yards.
It'll be a 1st down, Texans.
Another Texans.
I may love watching a great throw, but I love watching them well done out too. Bring that guy think you're trying to stack them only to drop the hips and cut right inside. So good work to help reset those chains.
Mills to the air now. Ooh, that one's going to be intercepted. The defense ran that one perfectly. Good choice to make that throw. And down coming up. All right, still 10 to go here after they almost had an interception on 1st down. He's going to throw it again. He goes back to him yet again. Complete. He's marked down. Looks like at the 32-yard line. Pickup of 12 on that play. And it's the 1st down, Houston.
1st down. 1st and 10 at
easy
First
play.
and goal at the 3-yard line.
Did somebody restrict downs on the sideline? They may have brought the field goal team out. This is a chip shot from the left hash. Up and good from Fairbairn. And despite that bad snap, they're able to tack on 3.
26.
Well, when we start discussing who their most dependable scorer is in this game, I don't think it's one of these skill guys, not even the quarterback, who comes to my mind first. I'm going to bring up this kicker. He's now a perfect 4 for 4 on field goals and contributing big time to this league.
Alright. So he proved himself. And now we'll be finishing off the game with Graham Mertz.
Play action, Mertz. Defensive play, shot it loose, incomplete. Tough one to retain through that hit. So second down coming up. Out of the gun here, Mertz. Lasers this one deep down the middle. Downfield. Runs through 2 games out. Damage is done. This gets down inside the 35-yard line. Gain of 30 yards on that play. And it'll be a first down, Texans.
I try to remind you a time or two, Kate, that you always got to start your read from the secondary forward. You got to see what the safeties are doing. If you're going to throw a ball in the middle, third, deep downfield like that, you have to have tremendous awareness of where those safeties were, and the QB just nailed it.
Looking at the defense got to him. That's an incomplete pass. No luck finding his receiver that time. And it sets up second down. Working from the gun. Here's Mertz. Interception is dropped. To block with the last few didn't have partner. And again, turnover escapes him. It's going to be third down. Here he goes. Third and long. That's another quick hitter. It is made, so they will go to the competition, but they didn't play it wrong as they force this one down.
You can earn your money in the NFL in all sorts of different ways, but defensively, in a league where you're just not hitting as much in training camp, you're not tackling as much as they got to in the old days, you can make a play in the open field, keep it short like that. I promise you, some money will follow.
And it's good! And they're going to grow their lead late, but still a one-score ball game.
So after that net, the field goal won't cost them the lead, but a touchdown still ties it. Likely rapidly puts them down the post. Okay, this is one of those moments where the defense now has clarity. They know what the stakes are and what they have to defend.
And he won't opt to bring this one out. Just content to keep it there in the end zone. They'll start their drive at the 35. Now the Minnesota offense trotting out. And as they get set, partner, gotta imagine they're bringing some urgency with them to the field this drive too.
Yeah, I think you and I both know in calling these NFL games that sense of urgency can be replaced by full-blown panic in a hurry. So find a way to possess the ball and, more importantly, score some points.
First play in the drive. Here's Mason. And he wins 3 there to begin this one. 7-7 coming up.
It's kind of yardage. It's not going to kill this drive on the first play. It does put you a little bit behind schedule. Now second down becomes critical because nobody wants a 3 and out.
After the 3-yard pickup, it's 2nd and 7. Out of the shotgun. Set number 4 in the game for him. This one makes it third down.
That is some serious defensive urgency that really does, Kate, match the situation where this is a one-score game. Even though they have gotten after this quarterback all game long, they know they can't let up now.
Gotta figure out this third down here.
Let's go. Back to 60.
Third and long for him here. Roll over the middle is brought in by Fulton. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down.
You know, I like the completion. You never turn down a completion. That's just not the right throw to make in that spot to move the chains.
Minnesota lined up in punt formation. Ryan Wright's the one to send it away. Takes it into the 21. They can send a few yards before they bring him down in return. The Texans with their offense back out there as Nick Chubb returns to the field. And those legs must be tired, but he ain't stopping, Brock. Not with the type of game that he's been having for himself on the ground. Texans to the line, 1st and 10. Replay fake, here's Mertz. Oh, puts a heat on this deep ball. He did it! He made the interception! Jeff Okuda with the INT.
That's just a bad decision, frankly. And really, as a quarterback in this moment of the game, you got to know it's not a time to take a risk. You cannot be throwing out life preservers and giving that other team, your opponent, a chance like he just did.
The Minnesota offense ready to set up shop again. And I'm sure they're tired of bringing out the punter, Brock. They're hopefully going to give him some rest this time around and find some points to go after that lead.
Hey, hey.
So good field position to start with for the Vikings. It's 1st and 10.
Here we go. Set. Let's go.
Mason trying his way to the does it on that one. Brock gets 2nd down.
The whole thing about a drive starting run like that is it really just gives you every opportunity to play with whatever you want to do. As for me, I like to reward that runner. Give it to him again and see if he can get you a new set of downs.
Last run got him 7. Here comes 2nd and 3.
Set up. 18 Cardinal. 18 Cardinal.
Another run for Mason. Defender gets to him right around the line. It's going to be marked as no gain. So Brock, that means 3rd down coming up.
Taken down right
As a corner in this league, well, you go to the Pro Bowl if you can cover. You want to be an all-pro, you stick someone like that.
All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3.
Go.
And the shotgun, Howell. That's he's hauled out of bounds as he takes this down to the 30. This one goes for even 25 yards. And that means a fresh set of downs for Minnesota.
1st down.
It was such a privilege for me to watch Marvin Harrison and Reggie Wayne in person in Indianapolis do their work. Daryl Jackson out in Seattle, they showed how great a deep out is as a chain-moving play. It's all about getting that leverage at the top of the route and then exploiting the leverage as that ball has all the time.
Only able to get back to the line on that 1st down. No gain.
Boy, is it tough to fool this defense and how well they read and react to the...
Whoa. Was that what I think happened? What? Somebody got injured. Somebody got injured? Whoa, weren't you watching? Who's got injured? I think Sam Howell got injured. Are you sure? I think so. Are you sure? What are you asking me for? Because you're the ones making a big deal about it. I'm making a big deal about it? Yeah. Okay, I guess nobody got injured.
plays. Held the line, and the QB keeper gets nothing.
Well, nothing doing on the last run. It's 2nd and 10. Powell from the gun. Unfortunately, the Vikings stay calm. They were able to get to it. Price is averted. They keep possession. Almost the impact play this defense was searching for, but they could only get half the job done, partner. Fumble forced, but they couldn't recover.
I'll tell you what else it forces, though. That coordinator, that play caller on the other side, now got a little bit of doubt about his ball handlers. Got to have better ball security than that.
They keep this drive moving, partner. Here's another 1st and 10.
60 bucks.
Give left side to Mason. And they're going to first and goal. Let's see if they get that around the 9.
Anytime these offensive coordinators in the NFL call a run play, they're just looking for something positive. To get a first down, that's
First and goal at the 9-yard line.
Gotta think this is 4-down territory, Brock, as they come up here. 1st and goal. Flying down the middle of Chandler. So much for Bruce Arians on the ground, though. He is stopped at the line. They're going to have to regroup now on 2nd and goal.
It's a
hey, I get it on 1st and goal.
Brings
A
up
lot of
2nd
teams
and
like to be
goal.
conservative and limit risk. Even if a run is stopped short, you still got 2, sometimes 3 downs to play with.
8 yards to go as they get set on 2nd and goal. Touchdown, Minnesota. The Vikings take a 4-quarter lead. So that brought an important score here as they move out in front.
This is the time of the game where your legs just get a little bit tired. But that was a determined looking drive right there. They were not going to be denied, and they're able to score and take the lead.
Powell leading the Vikings to the line. They're going for 2.
The Vikings will line up for the 2-point
They're
conversion.
going to throw for it. And it falls incomplete. Can't make that pass work, so as a result, they will not be able to push their new lead to a field goal. Well, the decision's pretty clear here, partner. You got to take the shot at going up by a field goal.
Yep, all about the odds here. Increasing the odds that you're either leading or tied if you get the ball back.
And either way, you're prepping your defense to cling to a very small lead.
Either way, that defense is clinging for this situation to go out and show out.
Will Riker
Here's Riker, set to kick this away. Starting from the 5. He stopped on the run back at the 27.
The Texans
The Texans offense and Jaden Higgins headed back out now. Well, he's been reading the coverage, dare I say, Brock, even better than his quarterback has all game. I mean, he just continues to find openings and make plays in this second half. All right, the Houston offense looks set, Brock. Here's 1st and 10. Not to turn by that pick. He's throwing again. Finds him over the middle. And he'll get taken down after advancing this to the 37. Just a yard left to go on 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and a yard.
They are ready for the go with Chubb. Just a single yard, but that's going to be enough to move the chains.
You know what I love about that play call? It's simple. Nobody overthinks on the sideline or on the field. Just the offense going to work and moving those chains.
Short throw is crossed. This one's incomplete. Connect with Jaden Higgins. So it'll be 2nd down.
It's 2nd down and 10.
Works from the gun. It's cut right side model on 2. And the tackle's made just beyond midfield at the 48.
It's a gain
Pick
of
up 14 yards on that one. And it'll be 1st down, Houston.
1st down. A gain of 14.
Sure seems like he knew exactly what he wanted. He's got it going right where he wanted to with the ball off the snap.
Ball's on the 48. Here we go. 1st down. Back to throw. Here's Mertz. This is pumped. And he's short the 1st after a mile gain.
To Justin Watson.
After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4.
Brings up
receiver on the other end, finishing it, doing his job.
Throw left side to Watson. And taking that round, which means his offense setting up for first and goal.
So many cool fundamentals on display right there, Kate. Put the ball in your hands, number one. Don't turn your eyes away from it before it gets to you. And when you've got that catch secured, snap that head forward and find that space upfield. It's a good play. It's a great play.
Makes the score.
Well, I tell you what, you get to this time of the game, you've got to have that reliable kicker on the sideline to turn things over to. That's the definition of clutch right there as they take the lead.
Fairbairn to kick off for Houston.
Fairbairn has it all set up for the kickoff. And he's going to elect not to bring this one out. So no run back this time. He'll pick things up from the 35.
35-yard line.
Vikings offense back to the field now. They were able to say mission accomplished on their last series, finding that end zone. But the work, well, it starts all over again right now.
And you know this, Kate, from our years together of doing this. I'm a firm believer of call it till they stop it. It doesn't mean you have to innovate right away. Call the same plays until they stop them, because they proved last drive they couldn't.
So good field position to start with for the Vikings. It's 1st and 10. Play action here with Howell. This is the which one's in the fumble instead, and he's the one who makes it look good. Once he this offense wants incomplete on 1st down.
I'll tell you what, Kate, challenging this guy in a close game, you are tempting fate. He got one hand on it. He gets two, it could have gone the other way.
Following the incompletion, we stay at the 35. It's 2nd and 10. To throw, Howell. Ball is out. Unfortunately, the Vikings stay calm. They were able to get to it. Crisis averted. They keep possession. Ooh, so close to a big play defensively there, Brock. But now these guys got to stay out there. They were unable to bring in the fumble. They just forced.
They do, got to bring a little bit of juice, but kind of like a boxer when they get a guy cut, they know. Man, if I get that first cut, I can make them bleed. And you get that ball out the first time, I guarantee you, I promise you, those guys are thinking they'll get it the next.
Okay,
They
ready?
dodged the turnover, but still 3rd and pretty long. They've got to figure out.
Here we go.
Howell now. Short pass caught by his tight end. And he crosses the sideline. A yard or two beyond, looks like the 30.
A gain of 5.
Awareness.
It's 4th
You've
down.
got to be aware. Play caller, quarterback, receiver have to be aware of where the sticks are. That route just not enough, not deep enough to extend the drive and move the chains.
Ryan
The Vikings
Wright
getting their
in
punt team
operation
out.
for the Vikings.
And he's going to do the honors for the 4th time today. Takes this in at the 25. They found some space to do a little damage there before they bottle him up. The Texans offense and Jaden Higgins headed back out
At
now.
their own
And they set up for a
35-yard
chip
line.
shot field goal last time, Brock. You got to think they want to be able to finish it off and reach the end zone here. The Texans set up nicely as they come up to the line, 1st and 10.
Go, second. 16 high.
And up to Chubb to start the drive. The drive starts out small, just one run.
This offense now some ground to make up a little bit here on 2nd down. After that drive starts, we are very minimal gains.
Last run only gained a yard. That means it's 2nd and 9. Again, it's Chubb. Running short of the marker for the moment, but they've got 3rd and short coming up from their own 44.
Tackle made at the
I don't mind that call in the early downs. Give that defense something to think about. You got the inside run between the tackles, and whether it's jet sweeps or a little swing pass, or in that case a toss, make sure you threaten to the outside.
Too shy of midfield. They're going to poke him at the 48. Vikings call a timeout. It'll be their first.
Texans.
They still have 2 to work with in this final quarter.
A gain of 4 yards. 1st down, Houston.
Ball's on the 48. Here we go. 1st down. Staying on the ground here with Chubb. And that's only 1 yard up the middle. And the 2nd down. Minnesota spends its 2nd
first down, you got to break your tendencies. The casual fan knew what was coming, but more importantly, this defensive front did too.
Here's Chubb on second down, and he's able to reach the 40 on that play. Now the Vikings use their third and final timeout. And this could be an issue the rest of the way with no way to stop this clock.
First and 10 at the 40-yard line.
On the 40-yard line now. This is first and 10. They give inside to Chubb. And he can only manage one yard. The defenders will have to ready to bring him down. Timeout coming from the Texans. That's their first.
1 yard gain.
They still have two to work with in this final quarter.
The only thing I can say positive about the execution of that play is at least you didn't go backwards.
Chubb again on second down. Once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. Now one of the Vikings in some pain out there, so we'll get a stoppage here as he's helped by trainers. We see how he handles this moment. Ball spotted on that right hash, 53 yards out. Got all of it, and this is good! And now their lead will push out beyond the field goal.
I can't believe I'm doing this, but I'm going to go there, Kate. We got to start discussing his stamina with all these attempts. This is weeks of work in one game, and he just keeps getting the job done. Now just one make away from tying the NFL record.
No return here. This kick's going to line up as a touchback. The Vikings now set to take the field. They were only on the field for 3 plays their prior series, Brock. Let's see what changes they make to take over here. So good field position to start with for the Vikings. It's first and 10. Houston calls it second timeout. We'll see how judicious they choose to be with that final timeout.
That's a 32-yard line.
Offense needs to shake off that sack in a hurry as they get ready for second down and 13. Now out of the throw. Dumps it off to his running back. And he maybe got back to the line there, but no further. Final timeout called by the Texans. And they'll have to navigate the rest of the way without being able to stop the clock at will.
Down to the wire.
Texans are in the nickel, third down. Looking to throw. It doesn't matter, it's incomplete. Fourth down coming up.
You never ever, as an offense like 3 and outs, Kate, but you really don't like them on third down when you throw into tight coverage like that. Got to manufacture a better look.
Down to score. They're going to go for this on fourth down. Desperation time here. They don't get the catch they need there. Their hand was forced. They had to try and go for it, but they turn it over on downs.
Result of the play.
Hey, I am all for aggression. You get 4 downs, go for it. But I do have to wonder here, Kate, after being denied once again, is there going to be a trust level on that sidelines to go for it the next time they get this shot?
The Texans with their offense back out there as Nick Chubb returns to the field. They have been automatic scoring in this quarter, and yet another opportunity to do so here. It's incomplete over the middle. He's been a frequent target throughout this game, but we've seen that coverage tighten up a little bit more on him every
that achy, breaky heart on the defense. And there he comes. Number 35. He's all pumped up. Ready to go and nowhere to go.
It's the 2-minute warning here in Minneapolis. Texans leading by 5. Amy Fairbairn on now as we see how he handles this moment. It's under right edge, 46 yards. Kicked well, and this is good! And they're going to grow their lead late, but still a one-score ball game.
Vikings 30.
Okay, it's 3 more on the scoreboard, but both sides really know it's all about one possession here in the fourth quarter when it really matters.
Fairbairn has it all set up for the kickoff. He fields it from the 8. Herbert's team gets him down at the 26-yard line. The Vikings taking the field on offense. Turnover on downs only led to 3. Obviously better than a touchdown, but enough to rattle them a bit as they return to the field. Minnesota into formation. It's 1st and 10. Receiver in motion, going left. Back to throw. Just gets rid of it. You had a couple of plays left. Didn't want to take a risk there on 1st down.
Okay, from my vantage point up here, that was pretty close to drawing a penalty flag. Risky decision on 1st down, but there was a target in the area, so thus, no penalty, and we move on to 2nd.
Still 10 to go. 2nd down now from the 26. Look to throw it. He's taken down. And that tap may change the next play call as it sends him backwards ahead of 3rd down.
Just an incredible effort out of him today. And the type of performance, frankly, that elevates the energy level of all 10 guys around him. What a game he's got going.
It's asking for too much. It's asking for too much from the kid. He just can't do it. He is no Joe Montana at this moment. He's more like a Greta
Texans
Thunberg.
bring out an extra DB on this 3rd down. To throw. To the ground goes. That's incomplete.
Defense right there. That pressure by the group up front, that leads to the incompletion and to the benefit of that secondary.
Well, best of luck here. It's 4th and a considerable distance.
Let's go.
Throwing now.
They can start to celebrate. Kind of. They still got to finish this game. And my favorite formation in football, that victory formation. Get into it, secure the football, and you'll secure this victory.
No timeouts remaining here, partners, so they can just run out this clock. the Texans come away with the road win. And they're off to a good start in the preseason, Brock. Seen a lot of players fighting together for the victory. This has been another edition of the NFL on EA Sports. With all our crew here and my broadcast partner, Brock Heward, I'm Kate Scott. It's a win for the Texans as we bid you farewell from Minneapolis.
Down to the wire. Wire. And of course, the upgrades go to Hill. Hill? Who's Hill? There he is, number 56. And for the Vikings, Stealth Alien Ahmed, achy, breaky heart. Stealth Alien Edgar, he was playing? Look, he shaved his head. I didn't know he was in the game. Blackman. And Walter. Congratulations, Dems. Well, hope you all enjoyed this spectacular, phenomenal, could have been a phenomenon. On its way, 38-30, Texans. Good night, yous.